fucking the only things I would do if I was not required to sleep, I would have committed a felony by now.
Yeah, I believe that. I genuinely do, but like I look at it on the flip side. You sleep, so that's good.
I guess.
Sleeping is good.
We love
Bro,
sleep.
last night was such a fucking long night. Fucking homecoming. These little shits
Mm.
in this fucking restaurant being little shits.
Mm-hmm. You should kill him.
I don't have time to plan that felony. I have to sleep.
Sleep is you can think about felonies in your sleep.
I do constantly.
That's a weird thing to dream about.
I mean,
Not in the felony mindset.
yeah. Look, if you want to be a true,
This is the guy that wouldn't kill them.
yeah. If you want to be a professional felon, you got to get into this mindset.
Maybe
Like-
after a nap.
What you gotta do is you gotta look at what's happening to Brandon, laugh at him, and then you're in the mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Having a Brandon.
He's lost in the sauce.
What does that even mean?
He's just lost in the sauce.
Currently lost in the sauce.
I saw Brandon like 2 days ago. He didn't mention anything about being lost in any sauce.
Bro, you can just check the Solandis chat. He's so lost.
Oh.
He is losing it.
Oh. I don't read that chat.
You should.
I try, but then I just like I start to blue screen after a while because I'm not there in the sessions, and like you can only get so much off of what you hear.
Yeah.
I think that's even funnier though. Just the out of
Suppose.
context text channels.
I'm gonna take a gander out. Maybe they'll lull me to sleep tonight or
Why,
after
Eli?
the session.
Sorry.
Did you choose a background?
I did. I need to put it back.
Okay.
Well, it says my background soldier on there.
You can change that. That's just for example.
I actually don't think I was planning on changing that.
Okay, well then
Um,
you're fine.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I did look through. I think I was going to keep those.
All good then.
Bro, I felt like a freaking scientist yesterday looking through all the different powers, new power sheet. I was like, oh my god. I have like a whole like notebook full of like how I was like, this many points. This many in that. Bro, and then the power sheet, I was like, there's a lot of cool fucking powers, dude. I had to like constantly, I had like a short list, and I made like a short list to the short list.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but now, I don't know, and then I was like, oh, bro, like, what do I want to synergize with? So I was like, I could, like, you know, combining some of these seems kind of stupid, but,
Mm-hmm.
um,
You can get pretty cracked.
yeah, I know. I was like, it was kind of,
I made a monster out of my character.
yeah.
Source is always a monster.
Oh yes.
Monster all the way down.
I
thought you were
cast
taking,
Nuke at 5th level.
I thought you were taking, like, is it Urs or Urs? Or...
Worst, yeah.
Okay. I didn't know
Oh,
if you were
boy.
taking him or Urs.
He's got some shenanigans. Which only makes me more concerned for whatever Bob's gonna be able to do, because if I can do this,
Mm-hmm. Assemble the most powerful characters you have.
Yep.
I have one.
You have two.
Do I? I don't know what happened to him.
He's around.
somewhere,
At least he's alive. He's probably not living his best life, but he's alive.
Yeah, he's not
He's
living
not
his best
thriving.
life. It's alright. No one's really living their best lives right now.
Except for me.
Except for you. All of Chris's characters are just vibing. It's immaculate.
Real.
This
Like
Alice,
immaculate
Robbie, and
on
Patriots.
two.
Real Kovarovian Patriots. Fact check this. True.
Didn't Alice just get like evicted?
I mean, it was technically a voluntary eviction. She left.
Uh-huh. Just under threat of death.
That.
Or not even
Yeah,
death.
yeah.
Threat of slod.
I think you're
That
giving
doesn't
Judgment
matter.
too much credit.
As long as she can kill all the tieflings, I think she's happy.
Yeah.
She doesn't really give a fuck.
I mean, she's executed a sizable chunk of her plan. Sorry, she's off to do better and more fucked up things.
Yeah.
You've got better things to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not leaving because you scare me. I'm leaving because I have to be somewhere else.
More horrible things.
More horrible things to do. And I can't be bothered.
The horrors, they go all the way down.
All the way down, beyond the reach, one might say.
One might say, Ryan, one might say.
One might say.
One might say.
It's crazy how many people are actually saying this.
Many people are saying this.
Mm-hmm. That's just the way it goes sometimes. Some people say one thing, other people say another thing. It's just wild like that.
Whack.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. Just so fucking whack. But hey, what can you do? Not much. Why, I hope you guys have prepped for the downtime session today. We'll see what happens.
None of you gave me your armor proficiencies and dex modifiers, and I was being completely serious.
I don't think I was there when you asked for that. So.
You were.
I did it immediately at the
Yeah.
end of the session.
Okay, well, I
Oh,
didn't
true.
hear that.
Alright, I will message it to you right now.
I've
been very
You've
busy.
already given me like a.
Yeah, you're good,
armor.
Faustus. I don't need
You
you.
said armor
What is it?
proficiencies and dex bonuses?
Yes.
None and one.
What? You don't have a single armor proficiency?
No, I'm a
Not even in light armor?
no. I'm a sorcerer.
I thought
I'm
they got.
squishy, bro.
This guy
I thought
can't
they
wear
got
armor.
at
Let's laugh
least
at him.
light
Point and
armor.
laugh at them. Point and laugh at them.
Oh man, you're really making this hard on me.
I mean, can I train armor proficiency?
Yes, they're called feats. They exist.
But I don't have. I don't have a level up for that.
Wow, if only we had a downtime train.
Crazy.
Cool. I'll add that to my training regimen then. It's somewhere between training the other changelings and something for myself.
Something for yourself, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we'll see what you do. See if there's a promise to be made.
Yes. Colin. For
Yeah?
clarification. The ring is broken. Can I not use it anymore?
It doesn't have its effects.
Cool.
I mean, it's still technically wearable, but...
Well, yeah, like I can't use it in combat.
Mhm.
How much do I have to care to get it back?
I care a lot.
I mean, caring isn't the issue.
Jonah, I don't want to say this, but I feel like there's a fundamental flaw in your line of questioning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe if you care really, really, really hard.
Leo might forgive you. I mean,
But we got a session to get to. So, Connor, would you do the honors and give the recap?
I could try.
I
I'm like
believe you.
half fried. I'm like half fried right now. Not high, just fried. Oh man, where did we even start? Everyone, Minerva died. That was bad.
Uh-huh.
She did die. And the demon man in the book were there. They were there, and I shot him. I shot it, and Petros stabbed the book really hard. That shit was wild. Then nerfed. Did it nerf him? No. That like chained him to the whatever. Reality was tearing, and we were fighting the destroyer basically.
Mm-hmm.
And I shot the destroyer, killed him, dusted, boom. But Minerva was still dead, and that was a problem. And the changelings were everywhere, and we were like, "Yo, we need to rally the changelings." So Leo spoke really, really loudly and was like, "Hey, do you want to be a bunch of punks roaming around, or do you want to fight for us?" He said a lot nicer than I just did. But they agreed to follow us. But we still had the small issue of there's a lot of soldiers still up and about, and we were not in the best of spot. And they were coming down from north beyond the bridge. So we went to confront them, all pissed off and mean mugging. And we were like, turn around or die, losers. And they were like, no, we're going to die because we have no life. And we're also nether souls. And that was unacceptable. And we probably wouldn't have done too well against them, if I'm being honest. So we were like, yeah, go over there and make your battle plans. And then we just destroyed the bridge and ran away.
Yeah.
um, but then we went back to Jindosh's little area. All sad because we had to go bury Minerva. And that's what we did. We found a little spot out in the plains. We buried her and said a few words. Then, Ivan had the gall to come up and be like, "Buck up, we got shit to do." And Leo didn't take too well to that. He was like, "Hey, you had a secret police, why?" And Ivan was like, "Who the fuck are you? We just met you. Shut up." Anyway, do your jobs, win the war. GG's, get good. Lazarus, you need to make a pocket dimension big enough to hold everyone. I was like, easy, light work, no reaction. And now we have downtime.
Yeah, pretty much. But as we begin, I'm going to need Lazarus to go ahead and make an artificing check at advantage as you're trying to finish up the pocket dimension.
I'm already fucking up. I didn't even fucking type in the command right.
It's okay, I believe in you. I believe in you.
Alright, artificing check. What tools am I using?
This would be smithing tools, we'll say.
Oh, good.
And probably
Okay, so
tinkers
double.
as well.
Wonderful. So I get expertise 12 plus 17 to a 16. That's math 34.
Whoa! Okay. 34. Yeah, that's pretty good. Then, what do you envision this pocket dimension looking like?
Probably similarly to like Iverdal pre-Battle of the Burning Sky.
I see. Then yeah, you can certainly do that as... Would you want to kind of create like a recreation then? Of
Yeah,
Burning Sky Iverdal?
it would be pretty close.
Gotcha. Is there anything that you would alter or change about it?
I would keep, what is it? Zoria's, oh, what's it called? Zoria's Parish, is that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would keep, and I would also keep like the Maiden's Tower.
Yeah, you can do that then. Um, and at about 9 a.m., you're beginning to start to finish things up. And already Leo, Petros, Clarion, you start to feel powers beginning to spread over not just the Jindosh research grounds, but farther. Leo, you don't know what's happening, but it's at least happening across Zell, if not across Ramesh. At this point, though, Lazarus, your dimension is ready. Are you going to start ushering people inside?
Yes.
Gotcha. As civilians and soldiers alike begin to head within the dimension, is there anything that you guys would like to do before entering inside?
Leo would like to take one last visit to Minerva's grave.
Yeah, you can do that. So you head over to it, and the rain is still kind of lightly falling in the area. So you look at the turned over earth.
Oh. Sorry, Minerva. We gotta go now. I'll be back though. And we'll see each other again.
And you feel kind of a slight breeze on the air, almost in response, Leo.
I think Leo's a bit comforted by that. And then he'll stay there for a bit, and then he'll go back to help get people into the pocket dimension.
Gotcha. You can add an additional 5 temporary hit points that would stack on your normal ones.
Okay.
Anything else the rest of you are doing?
If I wanted to train, can I still sort of, feed off of the energy, if you will, of the land in Pocket Dimension as I would the actual land?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
In fact, out here you're like, I don't know if I want to train. Make an insight check, Faustus. Oof. Almost a nat 20.
17.
Yeah, 17 still pretty good. As you focus, there is a subtle change that is taking place over the ring. A shifting of magic and power, but it's not just that. You want to say it's a feeling similar to being near a nether gate, but it's not really even that. I mean, the closest thing, honestly, you could think about is when you fought Zoria.
Mm.
And almost being hit by her attacks. This slight moment of this altered energy. You don't know if this is the power and the land you would want to connect to. But that also kind of leaves a pit in your stomach. Because what land will be left? You don't know.
Alright, well, time to get everyone in there then. really like the sound of that.
Gotcha. Then you're heading inside the dimension? Alright, anybody else who has things they wish to do before heading inside? If not, then as all of you make your way in, it truly is a blast from the past for many of you as you see beautiful white clouds, a sunny day, soaring familiar vista, Iverdal at its peak. Everything that it could have been even today. The streets finely constructed. The plans basically the same. A mirror image of what once was. And Lazarus, as you close up the pocket dimension behind, all of you now find yourselves in this recreation. You would know that Ivan intends for the army to stay here and train, prepare, get ready for the eventual attack on Clover. They have a lot of soldiers, but not in a position to fight now. That gives all of you time. So I must now ask, what are you guys doing?
Oh man, I have so much to do. Oh man.
Do you want to go first then?
Yeah, sure I can if you would like, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I know studded leather +2 is very rare, but so is my plate armor. Would I still be able to make that if I took like a little bit longer time?
Yeah,
Okay. Then I will make 2 of those if I can.
you can.
Awesome. And is that going to cost me materials?
There's enough materials here from everything that you brought that you could procure them.
Okay, cool. And how long would that take?
Probably a few days.
Okay. How long are we planning on being here?
So it's the 22nd of Nwiti. Probably will stay here until you think maybe the 36th. Maybe a little bit longer. Depends on how long it would take to get all the way over to Clover.
Okay. So like 14 days-ish, roughly.
Oh, no. Sorry.
I just can't count.
36th of Hafe.
Oh, okay.
So, like a month.
Okay.
You're looking at like 50 days, buddy.
Cool. Oh, man, I have a lot more time than I thought. Oh
Yeah.
man, for you, Clarion, why do you have to make everything so hard by not being a proficient little boy?
I'm sorry. Okay?
Why aren't you proficient?
This guy doesn't have any proficiencies, guys.
Okay.
I can go to Faustus and ask him to teach me.
I might be able to make something that would work. I was thinking after you said that. You know in the John Wick movies how his suit is bulletproof?
Yeah.
Would I be able to make some sort of like uber duper, like super duper lightweight armor that wouldn't give like a massive bonus, but it would give something to our poor little boy?
I mean, are you looking for something like a elven chain?
Is that lower than light armor?
Let me just read this. You gain a +1 bonus to AC while you wear this armor. You are considered proficient with this armor, even if you lack proficiency with medium armor. It's a rare item.
Yeah, yeah, it's rare because I can just make it. Yeah, let's go.
Fucking
Yay!
goofball. Okay.
I get a 12 armor class.
Well, it's chain. It's a chain shirt.
Okay. Is
Fucking
Elven
goopers.
Is it Elven
Oh man,
chain?
why didn't I
Yeah.
just make that for everyone? No, I guess I think studded leather +2 is plus your dex is pretty much equal to that.
Well,
Probably higher actually.
a little bit higher. So a chain is a 13 AC plus your dex, and elven chain is plus an additional 1. So I think your AC is 15, Clarion?
Yay!
That- I would give my 2 studded leather +2s to both Petros and Leo.
Okay.
Okay.
What was that?
You have studded leather +2.
Nice. Studded leather.
And while I'm tinkering, I'm gonna make my shield +1 into a shield +2.
Okay. You can do
So
that.
boom.
Boom.
I told you boys, I'm gonna kid us out. I'm kidding us out. It's only been a couple days.
He's working. He's going.
Have one recommendation.
Sure, Clarion.
Since we don't have a healer anymore.
Oh, I need more healing grenades.
Yes.
Oh, actually, I finally have time to work on this. This is a thing I've been working on in my head forever.
Okay.
I want to take the formula from my healing grenades and make almost like an inhaler for us.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea was like it's like a bonus action to shake it, and like it kind of has charges. So the more you shake it, the like higher level spell you're casting, I suppose. And it would be an action to take it. But yeah, that was the idea, was to make enough of those for what, the 5 of us now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that can I do that then?
Let's see here. I mean, probably. How many are you wanting to make?
Again, for like all of like the 5 of us,
Alright,
you know.
so
just-
one each is what you're saying.
Yes.
All right. Then I would say probably a day per.
Okay.
Actually, probably 2 per day would be more reasonable for you, since you don't sleep
Let's go.
as you're going. So this would be flavored as supreme healing potions. So they usually do 10d4 plus 20 health gained. But with this, you guys would be able to spend parts of it. So depending on how much you shake, you could do 2d4 plus 1 healing. Or if you want to take it all, it would be just 10d4 plus 20, etc. But you can do it in different doses, depending on how much you shake it. There's probably like a dialing system as well, I'm assuming, Lazarus, so you can accurately dispense the dose.
Yeah, we don't want to OD.
Yeah, you don't want to
Love
OD
that.
on healing. Don't want to give yourself magic cancer.
Hey, I hear that's pretty dangerous.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the best. So all of you can add a supreme healing potion.
Dope.
And I think as you're going, Lazarus, you would feel like you're just moving a little bit easier as you're going through all of these intricate formulas, building armor, etc. I mean, this is what you kind of are always made to do.
Oh man, I'm just flying through this. I have so much time. I didn't expect to have this much time. Can we come back to me?
Sure.
Were
Connor?
you expecting like a week?
I did not know.
You said at the end of the session.
Well, I also didn't know how long it was going to take to do all this other stuff. So,
You are one of, if not the greatest artificers. in the world right now.
Okay, you know what? I have another idea, but you guys go first. You guys go first. I need to buff them out in my head.
All
Just
right.
gotta keep going.
Anybody else then?
Alright, I'm gonna be training for the last mountain.
Training for the last mountain. Okay.
True.
Then, as you start your training, just what do you think the mountain school is to you? What does it represent? I should ask.
I think the land school, like, represents the sort of like the stability in nature. It's like water and fire and air, like, it's all very chaotic and fleeting. But the land is not. The land is like the stable foundation on which everything else is built. And uh, to be in the land school is to be that on the battlefield.
This point of stability. I see. Then go ahead for me, make a constitution saving throw. As you start going through this, you are going to need to be the pinnacle of stability. Just for a moment.
25.
Yeah, that was the DC.
Oh, well.
So, as you are going through, you are trying to ascend the last mountain. Is that correct?
Yes.
As you put all of your training together, you realize you've built yourself up to be basically an absolute monster of a fighter. And as you start going through, you start to see how all these different mountains can connect. If you were just strong enough. But you realize the last mountain is really like running a Mustang till its heart explodes. Placing everything onto the table. And then just letting the chips fall where they may. The last mountain is an avalanche. All the stability coming down the mountain, sending all the force of the school at the foe. When you activate the last mountain, Faustus, you gain access to every single mountain simultaneously until the combat ends, able to peek each mountain once. However, after you use the last mountain, that's it. No body can take that much strain. It is the end. It is literally the last mountain you will ever climb. Really, it's the final peak. But over your time training here, you're able to access it. And finally, Faustus, after days, perhaps even weeks of trying, just kind of figure out the secret to it. And you realize if ever needed, you could make the climb.
Great. Well, Faustus, like realizing all of this, is sort of like thinking about his friends and thinking about people that he's trying to save and people that he's trying to protect. And he's put himself like on the line, like a lot. but this is like a final ace in the hole that he has
It is.
if he really needs it.
And is there anything else that you would be attempting to do during this time?
Oh, no, you can come back to me.
All right.
Shuffle around.
Shuffle around, shuffle around. Anybody else?
Can go
Okay.
do something. I think a few days in, Leo would like to go talk to Gatsby Grimm.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. As you make your way to go find Gatsby, he's sitting around with some soldiers, just having trained a few of them. Like, they're more raw recruits, some of them, just picked up along the way. And he has folded them into the Golden Legion. And he would see you approaching, stand up, walk over, and he'd give you a nod.
Oh, hey Gatsby. 1 second, that soldier has a cut. Let me heal that real quick, and Leo will just heal the soldier real quick.
You can see this soldier kind of like blinks and looks down at the cut, and immediately Gatsby kind of give him a nod and kind of shoo him away a bit, and he'll happily go and start discussing with these other recruits, like, oh my god, what this guy just did healed my wound.
Yeah, sorry. I was hoping if we could have a little conversation, because, sorry, I've been thinking a lot about...
I've been thinking the same.
Yeah. I don't know, do you like drinks, or... It's not a drinking situation? I don't really drink, but...
I think it's a walk-in situation.
Sure. I mean, I don't really know where the best place is around here. I hear there's...
Follow me.
The maidens... Okay, I'll follow you. And Leo will follow Gatsby Grimm.
Mm-hmm. And I think Gatsby would start walking outside of the main city proper towards Rallion Parish. Just in that direction.
Leo will follow Gatsby, as he does not actually know this area very well.
Mm-hmm. And as you tread across these rolling fields, Leo, like, the wind shuffles back and forth across rolling waves of grain. It's so peaceful. What's on your mind?
I mean, a lot. I mean, I saved the changelings, but couldn't save the rest of them. Whole thing with Nearax and Clarion breaking his promise to me.
It's weighing heavy on you.
Yeah.
You have to be realistic about these things, though. Promises are going to be broken. People aren't going to be saved. Although maybe now's not the time to be realistic. If we're being realistic about these things, we're all dead anyway.
Why'd you say that?
Going up against Titans. Gods. Most powerful military in the world. I have recruits that can barely stay in formation. If you were a gambling man, which I know you obviously aren't, would you bet on us?
I mean, no, but I remember walking around Zell almost 2 years ago, hearing people bet on how long Ivan Belsky and his Ivor doll would last. I mean, Used to see some of the bets they took.
We've defied the odds before. Although, I always thought that I was being realistic. We had advantages. I suppose we still do. It's harder to see how the scales tip in our favor, though.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it it's not going to be easy. We're facing down whatever has taken control of the Titans and Zell. I mean, there's a lot we don't know, but I mean, we can't give up.
Mhm.
It's
No. No giving up here. At least we're not giving up because the enemy's too tough.
I mean, might be crazy, but maybe the only way to win isn't not to not fight, but to try and force a surrender.
How would you do that, Leo? Surrender means that the other side knows that they can't win. They know they'll lose.
But they will lose. I mean, if their plan goes through, then the abyss. That's what's coming.
I don't think that they know it's the abyss. Not sure their minds can even comprehend it. If we can only get through to them. Maybe. If we can show them what we've seen, we might have a chance. That'd be a great thing.
If there was a way to portray these memories, I mean, like it's beyond titans and gods. A way to show that their plan will just kill them in the end. No victory. No force of arms. Just horrific finality.
Well, I hate to say it, Leo, but we only know where we stand because of everything we've done. All the fighting, all the dying. To grasp what we know, you had to walk in our shoes. And you know,
Our shoes.
it's hard to walk in another person's shoes.
Yeah. But not impossible.
Well, if you can find a power that will do that, I'll be the first one to support you. But I don't know. There's a part of me that thinks that we'll all be back in the mud before we find an answer like that. I'll go down swinging, though.
I know you will. You don't strike me as the type of guy who just let it happen.
Yup.
But I'm if we could end this, and I'll walk away from it. That'd be ideal.
What do you mean walk away? Just leave?
No. I mean, not for us. We can't just leave. We're too wrapped up in this. Harold's too wrapped up in this, but those recruits, those soldiers that have been corrupted by Nether, they could go back to a peaceful life. While people, I don't even know. It's maybe it's not realistic, but I want there to be something that better than this, something that doesn't let the Herald or Alice or Ivan take advantage of people and send thousands to their death for I can't remember.
I'm racking my own brain about it. I keep on landing back on the same question. What would the maiden do? What would Minerva do? What would Zoria do? All these people. Perhaps they were too good for us. That's why they're gone now.
Maybe. Maybe the world doesn't treat good people well. But
Maybe we can.
yeah. And we should.
Hey, what's that? And Gatsby nods at you.
Huh? What?
And you look down, Leo, and your bag is glowing.
Open up my bag.
So you kind of open it up, you reach in, and you pull out a glowing brand of Zix with this golden aura around it.
It's never done that before.
Fucking great. We're all heading back to the mud today.
He's just gonna tap it a little bit, try and see what's happening.
It's got this aura of just magic around it.
Does it feel like it's harmful magic?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay. 13.
13. It feels like high magic. So, I mean, it could be harmful, but
Okay.
right now it's just making it glow.
Gatsby, don't make fun of me. Brand? Hello? Or whoever's there? You, hear me? Is that how this works?
You can see the brand just continues to glow. I think Gatsby would lean down towards you. What's it saying?
I don't hear anything. It's like, the brand's not openable, right?
No, it's just like this solid, almost like wax press. Really?
Okay.
And like as you kind of look it over, like it's 9 metals all seemingly glow as well that wrap around the pure Zostrium brand, and it just seems to be not really like exuding power, but more just showing it more than anything. It's just It's not really doing anything, though. It's just, like, existing.
This thing. I... Wait a minute. Gatsby, do you know what this brand does?
Nobody ever tells me anything.
Sorry. This brand, the Herald was using it to connect grimoires to his staff. That way he could use the powers without any of the negative drawback.
You'll have to be more specific.
It-
I don't know what that means.
Right. It's basically it's a device that the Herald was using to connect magical artifacts to other magical artifacts.
Okay, let's pretend I understand how that works. What does that realistically mean for us?
Connection, Gatsby. You asked me how we could walk in each other's shoes. We have to make a connection. Like literally, like Petros's scroll and his quill and this, like, not just have them walk in their shoes, but literally share that experience with them.
If only they could read Petros's little book.
Gatsby, you're a genius!
I don't... Alright. How?
What if we could? What if we could literally share the memory of reading that book using quill, using this, using... God, is that how Titanic magic works? Never mind, sorry.
What, so should we find the little bastard?
I mean, I think so. I mean... Maybe there's still something that in this that's resisting the corruption.
Do you think it can? Cut through it.
I mean, this is high magic. It shouldn't be happening, but it is. Something in there.
Worth a shot, I guess.
Okay. This is going to be a big group project, I think.
Then, should we assemble a group?
Let's do it.
Alright. And as Gatsby and Leo set off, anything else people want to do before a group project begins?
Damn it!
Yeah.
Bro, you have a lot of time, don't worry.
Oh,
Sorry.
man.
Is Petros doing anything?
Yeah, let's see. I have things written down here. Oh, yeah. First, Ivan asked Petros to make, like, victory speeches and lists of, like, the herald crimes and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
He asked Petros to make that for, like, the soldiers, right?
Yeah. Soldiers and the people.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Petros will make those for the soldiers. But there's gonna be another layer to it.
Oh, okay.
So I have an idea. I'm not entirely sure how it's gonna work out, but here it goes. So, Petros will write, you know, a couple different versions of some different, like, victory speeches, you know, like, celebrating, like, all of the great feats that we have accomplished, and, like, you know, trying to boost morale for our soldiers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll do the same sort of thing for the Herald Crimes. He'll make, like, a couple different lists, like, you know, different versions of listing, like, all of the bad shit that has been going on.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oops. I have. Let's see if I can find it. There's this one. And here we go. So two of my class features, believe me and sway the crowds. So believe me says that um I I can use this if I'm telling the truth, a creature I can see and hear will automatically believe what I say.
Mm-hmm.
And then sway the crowd says, oh, okay, well that's on advantage on charisma checks for, so that's not as important. Really, it's the believe me one.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try and sort of like imbue that power into these like speeches that I'm writing. Number one for the soldiers, so that when they read these victory speeches or listing of the crimes of the herald, um, they'll actually like really believe it. Some good old propaganda tactics. But the second thing is that Petros wants to make a whole bunch of copies of these, and when we're in Zell, when the time comes and we do our thing, he wants to, get these speeches out to as many of like the soldiers as possible on the other side, like the Zell soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
And if they can read these, and with this believe me feat imbued into them, maybe that will sway enough people to turn the tide.
Gotcha. Now, for this, are you writing these speeches with your quill?
Probably, yeah.
All right. Yeah, I make a persuasion check at triple advantage.
Oh, triple advantage. Oh boy, I've never had that before.
You've done good, buddy. You've done real good.
This is the Chris Kaiser
said-
factor that we all need.
Yeah.
You said persuasion, right?
Yep, persuasion.
That is, oh gosh, a 34.
I don't believe him. I don't believe him.
I have
I don't believe
my
him.
persuasion is a plus 17.
No, I mean like
You know,
you're not
I
persuade me.
no, I believe that. I believe that.
You're
Okay,
joshing.
yeah.
You're joshing me.
let me roll something.
Petros could not convince me.
Yeah.
Neato. All right. So, as you write, you are able to put all of this into your words. And as you pull back, you set kind of like the last stack aside. And you quickly look over and you notice the letters on the page move, Petros. They're rearranging. And as you kind of look and you read, in the center of the page, with all the other letters kind of forming this almost like solid black circle around them, 3 words. Stories have power. And then they rearrange again, Petros. And now the letters say, Scholar of the Words, what power does your story have?
Um, I don't know if I should write this. Yeah, Petros will sit down and write it. Um, my story has the power of truth and love and forgiveness and redemption for all.
And the words and letters would shift again and say, "The truth is written on the hearts of all. Names have power. Words have meaning. Truth has consequences." And then, in big, bold letters at the end, Petros, "Lies have nothing." And you see your quill begin to just shed these tendrils of light from it. The energy within it strong, very strong in this moment.
All right. Um,
And you just feel the energy in your words.
Petros will sit there and take that in for a second and feel a warmth in him. And then continue his work.
Mm-hmm. And as you continue the work, make an Arcana or an Insight check.
Arcana or Insight. Let's see. Alright, I will go for Insight. That, again, is a 34.
34. All right. Then that's a secret mask tool we'll get to later.
Yay.
Anybody else have something they want to do before group project?
I do.
Okay.
And believe it or not, it's not make something.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna surprise everyone. I'll make something after the group project. I want to go find Fastus.
Okay.
All right. These soldiers are kind of shit right now.
Yeah,
Right.
a little bit.
You seem to have an uncanny ability to find weaknesses in our enemies. Do you have any for these fetusaries that we're going up against that we might be able to, kind of teach some of these soldiers?
I mean, can Faustus go back through like his fetusary training
Oh,
and
and stuff.
try and like compare the?
He's
Well,
gone.
we lost our DM. What do we do?
I cast fireball.
I nuked the pocket dimension. I blow up the ring.
Dude,
I kill
I'm gonna blow
everyone.
up the rings while Colin isn't here, and there's nothing he can do to stop
D-
it.
DM's not here. You know what that means? Just nuclear bomb.
I'm actually
over
here. What's going on?
Nothing. Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Peace and love and
I didn't-
connections between people, you know?
I didn't make a fourth WMD while you were gone.
I invented the fourth category of WMD.
Mm-hmm. Never.
Oh, anyway.
Oh yeah, okay. With Lazarus's question, Can Faustus go back through his fetusary training in his youth and compare to sort of like the things that he has learned to see if there's anything obviously exploitable about the fetusary tactics?
Make a history check at advantage.
History check. How historical? Alright, and for the first one. Ooh, and for the second one. Alright, 16.
Reaction flash of genius +5.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, okay. Then, exploitable. I would say that the fetusaries are built to work as a unit, like side by side with each other. If distance is put between them, they tend to struggle. As well, fetusaries are not that fast due to their armor, so if you can pin them in place, they don't really dodge a lot of things. Their armor and their training allows them to kind of just push through lots of damage. But if you do enough, and they can't dodge, not good. So a lone fetusary is an exploitable fetusary. Just as you, Faustus, if you're just placed out in the middle of a field with no allies around you, yeah, I mean, during the early days, you would have struggled a lot.
Yeah.
Now, bit of a different story, but certainly fetusaries are kind of the same. The more isolated they are, the weaker they are. And as well, if you're looking for combat tactics as well, just like anything big enough that requires them to be acrobatic in any way to dodge, probably not good. So like artillery into a formation, they're likely not dodging that shit. But that's what you'd be able to gather.
Alright. I'm gonna convey that information to Lazarus. And as I say that, I'm gonna say, yeah, the more things change, the more things stay the same for me. I'm not
I would agree.
I'm not that useful without other people.
That's not true. I mean, look, you go toe to toe with me, and you're by yourself when that happens.
Oh yeah, the great Lazarus. Not only is
Excuse
he
me.
smart, he's also powerful.
I sense your sarcasm.
Yeah, I was
Anyway.
hoping you would.
Oh wow, you're an asshole. Anyway, okay. So how do we adapt this into our tactics? How can we train the soldiers to do this? It's not exactly something you train. I mean, maybe gaining distance. I don't know. I'm not a tactician. I'm an inventor.
I think that's what we need. It's not really a question of how did we beat these soldiers one-on-one. One-on-one with the fetusary is always going to be difficult. Or, just straight infantry against infantry is always going to be difficult. We need to have a strategy that separates them from one another into smaller units or into individuals. Or, like I'm guessing you said. Or we need some kind of artillery or some other thing that makes them move. Because that's when they're going to be at their weakest.
I'm assuming we're all out of fireball cannons.
There are a few here, and there's time to build more.
Oh, where's Boom? I want to move. I want to make something else while he's doing that. Yeah. I'll have to find Boom. Make more of those.
Yeah. I think that would
Maybe.
be our best shot against
Yeah.
a significant number of them.
maybe some soldiers can be trained in like some sort of luring tactic, like, oh, you come chase me, oh, they're in open field now, blow them up.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the best idea. Is we are going to have to do a lot of guerrilla fighting to try and make sure they cannot fight as they want to, just in strict formations.
Well, thank you
It's
for the
just
insight.
like when the U.S. military fought the British, you know?
I am
I know
lost.
he's
Who is the British? I hear they suck with their taxes.
regardless. We are gonna have to
Sorry.
use some guerrilla techniques to separate them from one another. But yeah,
Okay.
no way to get around it. We are going to need a significant amount of artillery that is not a rock from the heavens dropped on them.
That is
We
a
need
really
something
good
a
artillery.
slightly more surgical tool. Not that much more surgical.
I suppose. You guys never let me use that thing. Kind of upsets me.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not that sorry about it.
Yeah, I can tell. None of you are. Anyway. Well, this was very insightful, Faustus. I'm gonna get you in our next sparring match for that comment about me not being powerful. Just saying.
Alright, and I won't even wear the belt. And you will sort
You
of
know what?
gesture to the
I will
belt of
take
Elder
off
Giant Strength.
all of my armor.
Finally, a real 1v1.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go find Boom just real fast before his
Alright.
group project gets underway.
Sure, Boom is just sitting there tinkering with some
Yo, he was
things.
right there. You had that token ready to go, man. That was so funny. You just like spawned in, dude. I was like, yo.
Boom.
Boom?
Hello, Boom.
Boom!
I need things to go boom.
Boom?
I don't like that you play this act like I don't know that you can speak.
Boom?
Don't. Don't play coy. Anyway, these fireball cannons. I made this place in the image of pre-Iverdal, which means we have a couple factories.
Boom.
Or pre-Burning Sky Iverdal, yes. And we need fireball cannon.
Boom.
Can I entrust you?
Boom.
Good.
Boom! And he'll stand up and, like, head out. We'll go
Okay,
set up
well,
some
that
factories.
that was way easier than I thought. Okay.
The guy named Boom, and you
Yeah,
give him free.
You tried to convince the guy named Boom to make explosives. What do you mean that was easy?
My bad.
Bro, did you think, oh man, it's a DC 30 check to get Boom to make things go boom. Jesus.
Lord.
Yeah, Boom, surprisingly, doesn't like things making things go boom.
Hey, it
Kinda
could be
whack.
like when those really buff guys are named like Pipsqueak, Anyway, I'm done there.
Alright. Anybody else?
I have a question.
I might have an answer.
In this pocket dimension, or if anyone brought anything, would there be any books or material on different creatures that I could look into?
Yeah.
Because I want to learn more things to polymorph.
Okay, yeah.
Cool. I would like to do that for a little bit.
Yeah, would you just like to take some time to kind of have a National Geographic week and just be like, ooh, what are
Yeah,
you?
That's fine.
Then yeah, you basically digest for like almost every creature that you would really want to turn into.
Fantastic. I love this. And then just as a note for now and the rest of it, Clarion would be taking Klaus's advice of meditating.
Mm-hmm.
He'd do that probably every night for an hour or two, and then maybe in the mornings as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we can do group projects now. I'll do the rest of my stuff after.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Gotcha. Then, Leo, are you trying to assemble the squad?
The squad's getting together.
All right. Then, probably about a week into y'all being here, Leo would assemble a crew with Gatsby.
We got the squad.
Got the Power Rangers, bro. Go.
Okay. Hey everyone, how's it going? Sorry, I need to breathe for a second.
Slow down there.
Okay. So I was brainstorming ideas on how to end this conflict without, us invading Clover and hundreds of thousands of people dying. I have an idea. And I wanted to see, with everyone here, if we could make it happen.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay, so, is the brand of Zik still glowing?
Yeah.
Okay, so, if you haven't seen before, and Leo just pull up the brand of Zix.
I will hide immediately behind Faustus.
Okay, so this has been glowing with high magic since Gatsby's and I conversation. It's trying. It's not like doing anything. It's just showing something, and I think this is a hint. The brand of Zix was being used by the Herald to connect magical artifacts to other artifacts in order to, use them all at once, use them from one location. It's a connecting device. And Gatsby was saying that the only way we'd be able to really get the Herald, the soldiers of Zell, everyone to stand down and surrender is to show them and have them truly experience what we saw. At behind the gate, the bishop, everything. So, I got thinking, and we got thinking. Petros, you've been writing down everything, right?
Yes.
All this, including the stuff with the bishop and the abyss, right?
Yeah. Everything since we had that. Well, you weren't there, but there was an initial meeting with Ivan a long time ago, and I've written every detail.
You're caught up, Petros. You're caught up to the present.
Nice.
We have everything. All the details. Everything that we could felt and saw down there. The encroaching power of the abyss. And we know, we can feel that would be, if the Herald's plan succeeds, that's it. They're here. So, I was thinking, Petrus, your quill connects things, right?
Yeah, it can impart qualities of one object into another. Yeah.
Right. That's how the brand works as well. It's connecting. If we could build something, a device, a power that could connect our stories, our memories to people at Clover, the Herald, everyone. Not in a weird nether kind of way, but in a real way. Just have them experience that, to know the truth. It could be our one shot to end this peacefully. Some kind of device that could connect us all, not by overriding us or making us all have one vision, but have one goal, just understand what's out there and make our own decisions, right? You guys aren't saying anything.
I worry that these people that we're trying to communicate with are nether souls. I don't know if there's anything left to communicate with.
Then
I don't.
we
We have to try.
have to try.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do.
I think you all saw when I told Chloe the truth about the abyss and everything that would happen. She understood that it was the truth, and she didn't seem to care about all of the bad things that would happen. And it is worth the risk. I think we should go for it. But I think that's a real possibility is with this nether corruption that maybe they understand it, they get these memories, but they just are totally on board with it.
Well, being realistic, I mean, if the nether's in there, it's probably not going to work.
And the first step's obvious. We figure out how to stop that.
You said
I
this
mean-
is a connecting device that the
Yeah.
Herald used to connect other things together.
Yeah.
Do you think we can disconnect them? You have the device in your hand.
I mean, maybe?
Or would that not severely weaken the Herald? If all of... Ooh, wait, you said this connects it so that it doesn't... It connects items together and he doesn't receive any negative effects?
I mean, yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. Like, he doesn't experience the blowback of the magical blowback from using, I guess, all the copies of Charon.
I was going to suggest maybe getting rid of that feature, and he gets all the negative blowback. But if it's if it's all those books, we might just blow up the ring. So we're not going to do that.
I mean, I don't know exactly how it works, but we've got a few weeks still.
I lean in, and I'm still hiding behind Faustus, by the way. I'm gonna like lean slightly in a little bit and like take a gander at this. What is this exactly? I mean, I get it's the brand of Zix. It connects all this stuff together, but do we know anything about how it does it?
So, looking at this, this is an item seemingly made out of pure zoostrium with like 9 different types of other metal wrapped around it and studded inside of it. From the best that you can tell, this brand is more like a rune of some kind, very powerful one, infused with magic. And things with this brand can be connected together in different ways. So basically, like a book would have been branded to like a central item, which would probably have been the staff. So you guess, Lazarus, if the staff was destroyed or somehow like affected, that would probably cause all the blowback to go back to the Herald. Doing it with this thing, like, it's kind of like saying, oh, I have a nail gun that allows me to like put nails in a board. So the nail gun should be able to take the nails out, but it's not really what a nail gun does. However, you can nail different things together.
We would have to brand those things.
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, you could brand things that you have to Voltron a device.
Don't give me ideas.
You have that metal that attracts nether, right?
No, we have none of that.
Didn't you grab some of it?
That was well, that ended up being like jade, I think, or would that one crystal I
No,
used to try to.
no,
I don't
didn't
think
you
we
grab
had much.
the pike?
Yep, grab the pike.
We
I
do have
didn't.
it.
I don't think I did. Someone did.
We have it.
Yep, the
Well, yeah,
ancestral
We
someone
have
pike.
the
did.
whole
Yeah,
guy, so I would
someone has
assume we
it.
have
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
we do have the whole guy.
You have a whole fucking guy. A whole ass man.
He's around.
Okay.
I still need to make it. He's just sitting there. I haven't made the back of the tank.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy.
So if we're trying to build a device to connect everyone and share our story, would we be able to use that metal to, in the process, draw the nether out of them? Or at least weaken it enough for them to have some free will?
Sounds entirely possible.
I guess my big
Fantastic.
question is, from what I have gathered from just looking at it, you said they need to be like branded to be connected.
If certain items, yeah.
Okay, how does this work with people? Do I have to go brand people?
We also have the quill.
You
We
also
do
have
have
the
that.
quill.
Yeah.
Do we want to brand that quill with this sigil of Titanic magic?
No, I think I can use the quill to maybe give, like people the either the brands or like the effects of the brands.
I see. Mark of
Connection.
sacrifice. I got it.
Connection.
Yeah.
So
We're not
if
trying to brand everyone. We're trying to connect some things so that we can do it on everyone. Like use one device on everyone.
Okay. Sorry, I haven't slept in 3 months, so forgive me for
Brother,
being a
take a
lie.
I mean, it's crazy, it's dangerous, but if we could destroy the staff, disrupt the connection with the metal, and then transmit the story. I mean,
Maybe.
we just need to. We would just need to work our asses off.
So what? We'd get to the staff, do this thing, spread the story, and draw the nether out, and have people throw down their weapons just like that?
Give them a choice.
Tell them the truth. I mean, maybe it won't work for everyone, but if it's enough people, enough to end the war. Maybe the Battle of Clover doesn't have to end in blood.
Do like that? Too many people going back to the mud recently. So we just need to get to the Herald, at least, before blood starts really spilling.
Yeah. We have the kill switch.
That's true.
I mean, if everything that they've been building has been connected to this kill switch,
Oh,
then we give ourselves
A window.
window.
every soldier has one of these items.
Oh my god, Clarion, you're so right.
If we can connect the kill switch to whatever device we make, we have a direct link to every single soldier in Zell.
Might be able to give Carson a hug after this. And
Yeah,
Aramis.
I think he's a little preoccupied with his Oh my gosh, I left him there. That's gonna hit Lazarus now. Yeah, it's not good.
Fine. Some strange stroke of luck, or destiny, whatever. We can do this.
Realistically, though, even if we shut everything off, we still need to get through all those people, all those defenses, find the Herald, and what? Still beat him? I like our odds. I remember Rallion Parish.
I mean, wouldn't be the first time we broke into a highly secure facility to take down the whole thing. Actually, probably wouldn't be the first time this month.
In an alarming amount of times.
So, Lazarus, could you do it?
Probably. Maybe. Most likely.
Good enough.
Like now?
I don't know.
I mean, why waste time? Let's get everyone we can together. Arson, maybe Aramis can even provide some
So
insight.
catatonic.
That's true. Well, but yeah, let's get people together. Let's do this.
Then are you guys gonna start getting to work?
Yeah.
Indeed.
I suppose.
So, let me get this straight. You are wishing to use the Antithril Pike and for Lazarus and Petros to put enchantments on it to draw nether out of people, then also connect to it the story of the Proeliad with Petros's power, and also connect in the kill switch backdoor eventually. With all of that connected, you will use this device, go to the Herald, destroy the staff, and use this device to spread the truth, what's actually happening, to all of the soldiers and basically anyone you can at the exact same time you're pulling the nether out, so that they basically have a clear mind to make their decision.
Yes.
Yeah, shit, okay, that'll work.
And once
lot.
they make their decision, are we just gonna be like, alright, now everyone go attack the Herald?
No,
They're
we
all
already
dead
did
by
there.
then.
Them
We'll have theoretically beat the Herald.
Yeah.
Okay.
not even dead. We just need to knock him out.
No, he's
Yeah.
dead. He's
No.
dead. He's dying.
No, hear me out. Dying is easy. We need to put him on trial in front of all the people he enslaved.
He's dying.
Gotta be honest, I don't trust motherfuckers like that to be in trial. I think he needs to die.
You know what?
He's gonna be dead.
Let's
He's gonna
leave
be
that up to
carpeted.
Zell, since it's, his country.
True.
But yeah, like if we can do this insane feat of magic, skill, and power.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, if you're able to pull off this insane feat, Then yeah. Then, in one fell stroke, maybe GG.
Gonna Phantom Menace him, dude. It works
We
every
actually
single
are.
time. Every time you just need to Phantom Menace them.
George Lucas was
Hold up,
so
I'm-
right.
George Lucas knew what he was talking about.
Everyone made fun of it when the
Dude,
movie
it's like
came out.
poetry. It rhymes, dude.
Unless it's a haiku.
Y'all, when constructing a plan, you're like, all right, either Inglorious Bastards or Phantom Menace. Which one?
You know what? Those
There's
are
no
all.
in between.
Hold up,
You know
hold
what?
up. I'm
They
putting
both
in.
won.
Hold up, I'm putting now. This is pod racing and party chat.
This is pod racing.
Gotcha.
Take that deal. I'll take that deal. Damn good deal.
Then, as you would be doing this, I think as well, Lazarus, as you start to work on the Antithrill and have Petros involved as well. Petros, your 34 insight check is coming into play here as well.
Oh boy.
As you start to work and look at the magic, this quill has some powerful magic that you've been placing into the Proeliad, into the book. And as you're kind of looking it over and feeling the power, you're starting to realize as the Proeliad is reaching completion, it feels kind of like a magic item that you've held before. As you start making these ligomantic binds on it, the words sometimes glow and flicker, and you feel the power in it in a way that is reminiscent of a scroll of Meropis.
Ooh.
And as you start to kind of like look over this power, especially the plan of pulling the nether out, you think with all that you've learned, with what those words said, maybe if you were able to take an individual, weaken them enough, and then draw the nether out with the Antithrill. And again, this is a big if. You probably need a power source behind it. But then you just supercharge in there the story of the Proeliad. I mean, it's like the words said, Petros. Words have meaning. The truth is written on the hearts of all. Lies have nothing. Maybe you'd be able to break that nether command. Maybe you'd be able to free Zoria.
The Herald connected to the Nether?
But this is a even before getting to the Herald.
Mm.
It all kind of depends.
Whether or not he dies.
But you guys would be able to complete the necessary device and make all the necessary links. It would take weeks of time. It would not be easy. Like, y'all would be grinding on this project as the depth and complexity of like figuring out exactly what the brand does, how to make all the links. Like, It's layer after layer after layer of the impossible. And every single day, it's a new mountain to climb, a new problem to solve, just trying to make all of this work. However, about the 25th of Hafe, Lazarus, a month later, as you kind of hold up the antithril pike, and Petros, you're looking over the books and material, checking the ligamantic links. Yeah. If you're able to slam this pike into, like, the broken staff, you think, the thing that has all this power attached to it, and basically dump the power in, you think it will do what you wish it to do. Group project preparation is done. Now it's
Now
just
we have to
time.
present.
Staff are we talking about again?
The Herald staff.
Okay, okay, I was like, okay. We still need to beat the Herald.
Yep.
Still need to beat the Herald, but if we can do
Light
that,
work.
Get to Herald.
beat Herald. And
Use staff and kill switch to free people, at least have all the soldiers make a choice for themselves. But as all that is being completed, is there anything people are doing kind of after or in the middle of group project time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe Clarion would like to work with the other changelings and trying to help them gain control of their powers. And
Gotcha. What things are you trying to teach them?
So with his Torvian, he can change into just about anything,
Yeah,
whether it's alive or not.
pretty much, yeah.
I think he would try to impart, at least for the living things. I don't want to get into non-living things with them. I feel like that would be very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he would just try and impart like the knowledge he has, the experience he's had with changing, and then also what Klaus told him, how he unlocked that ability in the Torvian.
Gotcha. And, I mean, with nothing else to do, they would start to make pretty quick progress. Seems to be going well. There is some fear involved, but they're trusting you, Clarion.
I think he would. I think after a bit of being around them, because they're not all changed, right? Most of them are in their base forms.
Most of them are base, yeah.
I think after a while, he would start trying to be in base form as well.
I see.
Based form?
Based form?
Yo, Clarion in based form? Dude, Bastus is always in based form, dude. That's what I'm trying to say.
Good lord.
You've heard of Super Saiyan? Welcome to based form.
Based on what?
It's based on a true story.
God, I can't wait till they make a movie adaptation of the Proeliad.
What is this? Some kind of Proeliad?
I just imagine now it's literally canon as Faust just walks up, looks at the book, and goes, "What is this? Some sort of Proeliad?"
Proeliad.
Guys, I have a plan. If we can use the Proeliad to save everyone.
Say that again.
Dumb as shit.
Dude, that shit is so funny.
I used the Proeliad to save the Proeliad.
Very meta.
Then we all break the fourth wall and just.
There at the camera.
Yep.
But yes, the changelings do warm up to you, Claren, and they're very thankful that you're helping to train and teach them. Of course, they're a little afraid. They're not really warriors of any kind, but they know that this is something worth fighting for.
He'd do his best to dissuade their fear.
Alright, make a persuasion check.
Yay. Would this... Hold on. Count as... Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, it's truth or calm them. So, advantage.
Mhm.
Thank you, Benevolent Tongue. Yep. 27.
Yeah, then you would be able to dissuade their fears as much as possible. You'd give them confidence at the very least. But I mean, going into battle is never something that you would take lightly. But they see that they have a real shot. And that's helpful. But as well as you're kind of training them at times, Clarion, make an Arcana check.
Arcana is not the best. I lied. It's the best. 21 with a nat 20.
21 with a nat 20.
I lied. It is the best thing I've ever done.
Hey,
This really is
You don't lie
Proeliad.
about base form, dude.
This really is just a Proeliad.
Honestly.
alright. Then, as you are sometimes training those under you, you would pick up on fluctuations in magic. And at one point, Clarion, you're walking between the buildings and the houses, and you stop, and you see something. It's like a root growing out of the ground, but it's not made out of plant matter. It's made out of this red energy, crackling in nature. And as you bend down to look at it, you've been doing a lot of reading since you've been here, Clarion. And some of the creatures that you have researched, there is some speculation they come from things called red spiral events. And it just so happened that maybe you looked over a description of it once. A red spiral event is the fusing of different magical sources. It is what happens when magic combines and begins to break reality down. Why is this here? Why is reality breaking down? You don't know, but you go and you start to follow, tracking things, Clarion, and you start to move throughout the city. You start to use your own magic, trying to connect the dots and the pieces. On a natural 20, Jonah, this is what you realize. The red spiral event is not coming from within this dimension. it's coming from around it. And you start to track down different sources over the next few days. The way Lazarus has done this is he's suspended his dimension, as all pocket dimensions, between layers of the cosmic stack. And these tendrils of a red spiral event, they are coming from both above and below. That's really not good. That means that there are red spirals spreading from everywhere. And as you think and you theorize, with this Nat 20, it's almost like these tendrils are being moved with thought, with intention. If a red spiral grew to this size, if it had thought and it had intention behind it, as you look into it a little bit more, Clarion, it could destroy an entire dimension. And on a Nat 20, you begin to have a terrible thought. What if it already has? And as you're looking around, a theory comes to you. Because you do know that the Herald of Zell is attempting to expel Aether out of, probably Ramesh, but he's still growing that power. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, the cosmic stack was collapsing. Let's say there was nowhere for the Aether to go, Clarion. Let's say that you're pushed up to the border of what's left. What happens when the Aether is expelled?
I'm assuming it breaks the border.
Yeah. You have a sickening realization. If this ritual is stronger than you initially thought, which, it's a possibility, they could have tried it before. They had so many other nether gates. You were preventing parts of the ritual. But what if they were going further? What if they are creating nether gates not just here, not just in Ramesh, but obviously they have links to Judgment? Lillian is a part of the Copper Kings. There are a merchant class that goes throughout the rings of Meropis. If they're affecting vitality gates across the rings, and this ritual is bigger than just one nation, if they remove all the Aether from the cosmic stack, they're going to throw everyone beyond it into what lies beyond, into the waiting jaws of Vog Shortha, to the waiting arms of the Endless. What does Clarion do when he has this realization?
I think after the brief panic that this would bring, I think he would. I think he would remember Zell's reaction the first time he was told about this.
Mm-hmm.
He'd sort of deal himself. And he'd gather his friends. Because this needs to not happen.
Mm-hmm.
It can't.
You'd let them all know?
Oh, yes.
How'd all of you react?
I think Leo is more determined than ever now to go through with the plan and stop the ritual.
Mm-hmm.
Lazarus would just double down on the idea that the Herald needs to die.
Mm-hmm. And let me tell you this out of game. If you fail, the Rings of Meropis is going to be completely destroyed. There will not be another game in this world. All other games will cease to exist within 2 to 3 weeks out of game if you fail. This will be the end of this world. No pressure!
My brother in Christ, what the fuck?
It's all in your hands.
Oh, I hate this.
We got it.
Because if you fail, it's not just your game, it's everything else.
Mm-hmm.
There's no if about it.
There's no
We
if.
win. We win.
Because
All right.
the Herald of Zell, or really those around in this plan will succeed. The Aether will be expelled. Everyone gets flung out.
Ain't gonna happen.
Okay. Well,
That's the level. You thought Ataxia was bad? Welcome to Oblivion. So, that is what you discover, Clarion. What a fun nat 20.
Kind of a vital one, if I'm being honest. You know.
Well, hey, now you get to know about it beforehand. You get
Now
to
we
know
can plan
exactly.
for it.
Yeah, now you get to know exactly what you're facing.
Gosh, drop a rock on the city.
guys, I
We
feel like
already
we
know
should.
that won't work.
I feel like we should go. I feel like Ivan needs to know that one. Hey, Ivan. By the way, if we fail, everything's gone.
It won't be a problem anymore.
That's actually a good point. If we fail, it not really matters.
Yeah. Uh-oh, we died.
God.
I'm gonna be too dead to care about it.
You want to add that into the truth of the story? Just a little side
Yeah.
note, like, hey, by the way.
We
Yeah.
saved all of you.
Oh yeah, if they succeed on this plan, everything's gone.
Mm-hmm.
You might be saying some things might be left. No,
No.
Some of
Literally,
you may die.
no, it's just that it's all gone.
So, are you adding this to the story, Petros?
Yeah, I think this is a pretty important revelation.
Make a perception check.
Perception. Let's see. That is 16.
16, you say. All right.
Yeah.
Then I have some questions. First off,
Okay.
for this, how in depth are you going with the danger that is here?
I think Petros would go like all in, like it's literally the end of the world because like I intended this to be like sort of like the Iliad or the Odyssey, and those are like myths of legend, and a lot of things are greatly exaggerated, and I think even if it is the truth, Petros would exaggerate it as much as possible.
Yeah, that makes sense. And as you are going through, you catch sight of a name of a person that's running through the story. Valio. And you can see that there is a description of them. They wore kind of like an eagle helm. They broke Garm's jaw in the fight against the Legion. They saved Clarion from ataxia down in the tunnels, took Lillian's magic out and forced her to run at the Battle of the Burning Sky, pushed Faustus into the crack at the mouth of the ring, plus 100 other events. And you watch Petros as you kind of like blink. You don't have any recollection here of this person. But the magic of the Proeliad, it's resisting the collapse. But even now, this individual is beginning to fall away. Who were they? This person that was here with you for so long. How many others have met the same fate? How many others might just be erased? Who knows? But already you're beginning to see the signs of collapse. At the same time, though, Leo and the others, you're letting Ivan know, right?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Gotcha. Then he'll nod. And you can see Ivan would kind of have like a darker expression. Very well. We cannot fail then. Put everything into this. It's the one chance we got.
Yeah. No reduce.
No. No reduce. Just this. We'll stop the Herald. This I swear. I'll double the inspections. Make sure weapons are sharp. I'll communicate that there is no retreat from this battle. Thank you. Keep up the good work.
Leo will nod.
I must ask, is there anything else you guys are doing as the day when you emerge from this dimension comes closer?
I do.
Okay. What do you wish to do?
Shoulder mounted, magic missile, Gatling gun.
Done.
Woo!
Question: did we ever make an earring for Ivan?
That
No.
boy get one. That boy get one.
Do we want to do that?
That boy
And
get one.
Gatsby. potentially.
Yeah, we
Gatsby
should.
can get one. I like Gatsby. Gatsby can get one.
All right, Gatsby can get one.
Some means of communication with Ivan, please.
Yeah.
Carrier pigeon
Yeah.
and a letter.
Brother.
Carrier pigeon. Okay.
Can you
No, I'll make
use
Ivan
WhatsApp
one,
with them?
but he's getting a mute button because I don't want to hear him yapping in my ear.
Okay.
Giving Ivan an earring with a mute button.
Yeah, he doesn't have to know about it, but I'm gonna just like if I get, I don't want to hear it. I'm just gonna hit a button and we just can't hear him anymore.
The subtle mute button. The quiet block.
Ivan, you've been muted this whole time.
He's actually shadow banned. He's not muted.
Okay, so Colin, what I need you to do now is intermittently mute yourself and just talk as Ivan. No, you don't actually have to.
No. I'm just thinking back to a time when I was in the car with Caleb and he looked over to me. He's like, "I'm gonna block you," and I was like, "I'm right here. Can't block shit." It's the same thing with Ivan, where you're like, "All right, mute," and he's just right in front of you. You hear him anyway.
Dude, he just keeps talking.
Well, I thought this mute button was supposed to turn them off.
Yeah.
Bro,
ahead.
bro, the mute button broke. Ivan's like, "What mute button?"
Oh,
Don't worry about it.
I'm just gonna start rapidly pressing a button while I'm in front of it. It's not working.
All right, but for your Gatling gun, what were you just thinking? Like, lots of magic missiles?
So here was the thing. I kind of wanted it to be like autonomous, and like for each round that it's up, it would burn X amount of spell slots.
Okay. What level of spell slots?
Let me look at my spell slots. Let's do. Oh man, I really don't have that many.
Yeah, you're an artificer, my guy.
I know. But combat usually doesn't last super long with us. We're kind of loaded. We'll just keep it simple. We'll do like a second level.
A second level?
Nothing
Okay.
too crazy. Yeah.
Gotcha. So, a second level magic missile. Every round, auto-acquiring targets, just firing. Gotcha. A turret.
Let's go.
Bonus action to turn it off.
Just slap it.
No, stop.
No more.
It just keeps on, like, firing at a dead body. You're like, no. Enough.
Stop it. You're wasting energy.
It's already dead.
It's like that arm Tony Stark has, the robot arm.
Yeah.
Anything else that Lazarus is trying to build, though?
Oh man, I have time still.
Yeah.
Any time.
Oh man. Oh man. You gotta stop giving me time. I can't think this quick.
Bro, I gave you a week! What the fuck
thought
are
it
you
was-
talking about?
I'm not gonna lie. I thought this Gatling gun was gonna take a week.
No.
That's relatively tame compared to some of the other things you've built.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 days.
Oh sweet. So I still have like 5-ish days.
Yeah.
5-6-ish days. You know what? How about I mess? Because I can't think. Later.
Brother.
Well, this is the time period. This is it.
Um.
We'll give you some
So,
time.
like-
We'll give you a minute or two.
I have a question.
Okay.
Lightsaber.
So, my class lets me cast Bestow Curse at will.
Mm-hmm.
I still have the Curse of Leadership, right? Technically,
Mm-hmm.
just not the ring anymore. Am I able to replicate that curse?
You can try, yeah.
would I have noticed a changeling or any other, like a few changelings or whatever, that have really taken leadership roles amongst everyone?
Yeah.
Then I'd probably gather them and ask them if they're willing to take it, the burden that it is.
Gotcha. Probably out of 10, maybe like 2 actually would be willing.
Okay. And can I get reasons for at least the ones that say no? Just generally.
They don't want it.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't want to have those positions. Probably for a lot of the same reasons as Clarion.
Mm.
And for a lot of them, like the ones that you really think would do a good job, they're some of the ones that don't want it the most.
Do I be a little bitch and give it to them instead?
Could. I mean, you know at least one that you've gotten. Like, they have a leadership position. They very hungrily said yes, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's probably the reason he asked, is if you were willing. You probably don't want it. Or you probably want it too much. Okay. Two said yes. So I have 8 others that said no.
Uh-huh.
Can I choose 2 or 3 best of them that said no?
Sure.
And I think over the course of a few days, I think you would try and give it to them.
Okay.
Because I can cast it at 9th level and it'll be permanent.
Gotcha. So you're permanently giving them the Curse of Leadership.
Hold on. What are the other options for time? 9th level is until dispelled. Okay. So I can take it away.
If dispelled, yeah.
Yeah. Would that require a remove curse, or would it be like I just stop it?
It would require a high-level remove curse, yeah.
Okay. I don't want to do this to people. But also, there's going to need some of them.
I think at this moment as well, like as you're thinking about it, the woman would appear again. It's a tough choice that you have to make.
Yeah. They need leaders, and I can't be there all the time.
Yeah. I know. I could try and help. There are certain words that you could say for each of them that might make them see that they're needed. Everyone has something inside that sparks them to act. Maybe you could show them why that may be. I don't know about forcing such a burden.
I don't want to force it, but I can't give it to those who want it.
It's an impossible decision.
Then you said you can find words to spark it in them.
I can.
If I tell them those words, but don't give them the curse. Not magically, anyways. They could be leaders on their own.
They could. No curse required.
Then please, help me with the words. I don't want to take their choice from them.
I'm sorry, but I need a promise, Clarion. A promise that you won't break. Anything else would be irresponsible.
Okay. Then I promise on everything I am, my aether, my soul, my curse. To work for a world where people are free to choose their own path, to be happy, to live life as they choose, to love and cry. I'll do everything I can, no matter the cost, to myself. Because that is my choice.
Does this promise include stopping the war? At any cost?
Yes.
Making things right?
Yes.
And I think the woman would reach out a hand to shake yours.
And Clarion will shift to his base form and shake her hand.
Gotcha. Then, as you do, reaching out, you shake the hand of this individual, and you feel the words become implanted in your mind. what you'll need for each person. And then the entity will give you a nod. Go then. Talk to them. And as well, I give you this fragment. A spell that draws upon me this promise. And you can add this particular spell to Clarion's character sheet after the session. But the woman will just give you a nod. Time's ticking.
Thank you.
And will you head off, Clarion, to make leaders?
Yep.
Then I'll ask Lazarus. Any new ideas?
I do. There's gonna be a small one, just a little tweak to my shield to give me access to the shield reaction.
Okay.
And I'll spend the rest of the time sparring with Faustus. Or training, I guess, with him.
Gotcha. Then I think at this point we follow the camera from Clarion now over to where Lazarus and Faustus are training. And as you two are training, are you just like mano a mano, no belt, no armor, going at it?
Yeah, you down for that?
Probably.
You down for that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Then over this ground, the woman watches Faustus. Just kind of gives a smile. As Clarion, your words ignite the hearts of these changelings. They're willing to take these positions of leadership. No curse required. As now the day is coming, and within all the soldiers here, all their hopes and dreams begin to simmer and rise. Ivan Belsky looks over his plans, and the woman nods, breathing in that power, breathing in herself, as the high god emotion looks at the great chessboard and smiles as the end comes. And it is here where we will end the session for today, as all of you can take 2 level ups.
Fucking knew it.
What
level.
if you? Well, what if you're level 20?
And you're just good there, at 20.
You're just good.
You're just
You're
good.
good.
Straight chilling.
Straight chilling.
Bing chilling. All right.
You're Bing chilling.
What did I even? What did
Why
I
was
get?
he smiling there at the end? Why these things happen?
Oh my gosh! What a crazy level 20. What the fuck?
Hmm.
I get a +1 to all saving throws depending on how many items I'm attuned to.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty nutty.
That's like I have like a +18 to an intelligence save.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to level 20.
Oh my gosh! Oh, I have my own version of the 5th mountain.
Really?
Yeah, I have to. Expend an
You sound so
artificer.
disappointed.
No, I was like, really? Well, give me the 5th mountain, but me.
If I expend an artificer infusion, I stay at 1 hit point.
Ah, very nice, very nice.
But he has to
No,
break
not
one
as
of his
cool as
toys.
me, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to break a toy.
oh,
It's okay. You have one of my toys, so I'll just break your toy.
Oh.